Hello everyone, Mystic Magic Lady here. You're all doing well. Let's get into today's energy, December 2nd, but whenever you see this will be the right time for you. So we start off here, today's energy, with the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So right away we are in this energy of some confusion, okay? Some of you might have a lot of choices or a few choices and not sure what direction to go in. Okay, the Nine of Wands is about struggles, okay, and probably having been through a lot of struggles. Some of you are really have been carrying a lot of burdens, okay, and it's coming to an end though, because a 9 is bringing us to a 10, which is closing out a cycle. But right now, this energy is, feeling these burdens and feeling confused. A lot of you might be confused as to what to do next, okay? You want to move on. You want to end the struggles. You want to end whatever you have been dealing with that has been difficult situations, relationships, whatever it is, and it's confusing. There may be some confusion. You may have some options, and really trying to figure out which direction to go, what option to choose, because there's been, and it's difficult because you have a lot of responsibilities. I feel some of you, and a lot of struggles. You've been through some difficult times. You've learned a lot, but you also are tired and at a point where you're trying to figure out what are you going to do? What are you going to do with those burdens? Are you going to continue to carry those burdens that you have been carrying and dealing with, or are you going to release them? And if you're going to do that, then how? And with the Seven of Cups, this is your emotions may be confusing right now. You may be feeling a bit confused. There may be there could be some deception, but I'm picking up more of just not really being clear, okay, on what to do now. Now that you've come to a point where you've dealt with a lot, you've had a lot of stress, you've had a lot of burdens, you've had to deal with a lot, and your emotions are just, you're confused, okay? So there is this sense of confusion, a sense of not knowing exactly which direction to go in. Some of you may be feeling a lot of different emotions along with these feelings of you're tired, you're worn out, you've dealt with a lot, okay, and you're probably in a place where you are trying to take the wisdom. It's a time of taking time to really figure out what you've learned from all these struggles and what you've been through, and trying to transmute that into lessons, and choose, make a decision on what's the next step. But for a lot of you, that's confusing. This is a confusing energy with the Seven of Cups. There may be many choices. We always have choices. They may not always be the best choices or options that we want. That's why sometimes it's a struggle and it's a burden. But we're at this point now, I feel, where you're tired of all the struggles and the burdens that you've been carrying. So you are probably seeking, trying to. Seven is a transitional number too. So this is a transitional time, and it's confusing, and there may be a lot of different emotions that you may be feeling. Okay. And the challenge, though, again, with the Queen of Swords here, is about clarity. But since this is a challenge, this is going back to this confusion. Okay, these feelings of not knowing exactly what to do. Okay, so you may be dealing with a struggle to gain clarity on what your next step is. And with the Queen of Swords, we have the Magician and the Star card. Okay, so this is all about trying to get clear on what it is that you have been trying to manifest. Some of you are at a point where you've given up hope on something that you've been trying to manifest. And, some of you might be angry, feeling angry because you feel maybe, for some of you, not all of you, maybe feel that you've been manipulated by some situation or someone or something, and that's leading you to kind of give up hope in a situation. So this is the challenge for a lot of you, and for a lot of you, the challenge is getting clear with yourself on what it is that you want to manifest and what it is that you're trying to create in your life, okay? Because there's some confusion right now, and you may feel a little defeated, um, and you may feel like you've lost, you've given up hope, okay? So it's a good time to really start reflecting and trying to um, look at what you want to create. What are you trying to manifest? What has not worked out in the past? Maybe you feel like something has not worked out and you're giving up hope. Some of you are feeling angry, okay, about the situation. So it's going to be different for all of you, but there's definitely a challenge here with gaining some clarity and being able to be clear on what it is that you want to do next. Again, there's a lot of feelings, maybe some confusion, okay? Maybe feeling a little bit um, like there's a lot of different conflicting emotions that you may be having to deal with. Okay, you may feel a little bit of like a fantasy. You may feel like you've been in a fantasy. Maybe feel like someone has um, manipulated you. Okay, and it could be, that could be part of your burdens. Maybe there was something going on that's been very, very difficult in a situation where you feel like you've been manipulated by somebody else. Um, Others of you, this is just purely, feeling confused, feeling like you are not sure what you're creating, feeling like you may have, you don't really have any hope. Okay. And for others of you, you're just clouded right now with your judgment. Some of you are just, having a hard time getting clarity, being able to connect with your higher self, being able to connect with what it is that that you want to create. Okay. Because there's a lot of there's choices here, and it's confusing. And for some of you, you may feel like there's a lot of illusion going on. Okay, you don't know what's real and what's not. If maybe again with the manipulation, there may be situations that are just confusing and feel like an illusion because maybe there's been other people or other parties that kind of been trying to manipulate the situation, and you might be giving up hope in a certain situation. Could be getting you angry, but there's definitely uh, confusion and a need to gain some clarity and figure out what it is that you want to manifest, because you are manifesting. All right, because you are getting something coming in, the outcome, the potential here, the Emperor and the Knight of Shields. The Knight of Shields is, a card of action, but he's slow moving, okay, because he is grounded. He is, and this is not gender specific, he or she, it doesn't, it's just the energy here with the Emperor. And the Emperor is also solid, grounded. The Emperor it represent you, bossing up. It could represent you in business, becoming an entrepreneur. If some of you are thinking maybe about starting a business or going off on your own, or maybe you have started a business and now it's confusing and maybe you have a lot of choices, but there's an offer coming in for you, and it's going to come in slow, but it's going to be a solid offer that's going to, create abundance for you in your finances. um, and for some of you, it could be a boss. So maybe a new boss coming in, a new job opportunity. Others of you are going to be looking into self-employment. Okay, but it is going to come in slow. But the the good thing is when it comes in, it's a solid offer, and it's something that you are going to be able to really build a solid foundation with. Others of you, this could be a father figure or an authority figure coming in slowly. That's going to offer you some stability. Okay. So it's interesting energy here today. Definitely. There's some confusion. There's some struggles. Definitely trying to gain some clarity. Uh, this is a perfect time for really trying to think and get clear with yourself on what it is you want to create, so that could come in for you. Okay, we're in the new moon tomorrow. We have a solar eclipse, I believe, tomorrow, or yes, Friday, Saturday. And so this is a perfect time, like I said, to really go within, because the darkness that represents, going within. We're in the dark phase of the moon. So go inward, try to really do some reflection on what it is you want to create. What's the next step for you? Okay, let's see what the unicorns have to say. Okay, unicorns, what's your advice for us today, December 2nd? December 2nd, okay. Oh, love. The answer that you're seeking is love. Beautiful. Okay, because there's confusion here. So that's great advice, because just really try to follow your heart. Go within and find the love, okay? Because if some of you have some choices, not sure which direction to go in, some of you are angry because you don't have clarity, some of you have given up hope, perhaps, in a situation. You're not clear on what to do next. So the advice that the unicorns say is love, and really the answer is love. So really go inward, okay? And really reflect on your possibilities. If you have few choices of what to do, really think about each choice and try to, connect with the choice that makes your heart feel love, okay? What's the loving choice? All right? There's always a loving choice, not always the easy choice. All right, my loves. I'm going to leave it there. I hope you got a message you needed to hear today. I wish you all well, and I hope you all take some time out to reflect and go within, find that love that you're seeking. Maybe write down some intentions for this upcoming new moon, for the new cycle, so you could, putting things down on paper sometimes helps to make decisions as well. So, good luck to all of you. I wish you all well. I will see you soon. Love and light.